Bringing greetings from the province is the Honourable Premier Brad Wall. Premier.
I just want to extend a very, very warm welcome to each and every one of you on this very, very special occasion. I just have a few thoughts to share with you, but it's an honor and a real privilege for me to just be able to bring greetings to such an important event in the life of our province. Rabbi Parnes, Counselor, ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Simmons, Shalom. I am honored to be with you as we begin the Festival of Lights, Hanukkah. You know, Hanukkah is a joyous celebration for your community. It's a time to come together with family and friends to partake in that celebration, but it's also an important opportunity for all of us, frankly, to learn a little bit more about the Jewish tradition and about the faith and about the culture. It's also an important opportunity for the whole province to mark the significant contribution of Jewish people to our province of Saskatchewan and to our nation. And of course, we know that Hanukkah is also a time for some pretty good food, I think. I think later we'll try some of it out. Cooked with heart-healthy Saskatchewan canola oil, but delicious nonetheless. This Hanukkah, Saskatchewan has much to celebrate. Our economy is strong, and that means we are better able to, if we have a will to, take care of those who are most vulnerable among us. Our farmers have brought forth a bountiful harvest. This fall, the riders have brought forth a bountiful harvest. That was a victory, by the way, not just for the province of Saskatchewan, but also for the ecumenical movement. And here's why. I am convinced that people of every faith tradition were deeply in prayer together at about 5:30 on Sunday evening. And rabbis, I know it is unbecoming for us to ask for divine magnanimity in temporal pursuits like sports. But based on what happened on Sunday, I think it might happen again. I think people might get used to this. Tonight, though, we want to commemorate an immeasurably more important and great victory from long ago. The triumph of a small group of Jewish warriors who defeated a much larger army attempting to suppress the Jewish faith. Let us fight unto death in defense of our souls and our temple, was their battle cry. Because of their courage and determination, Jerusalem was liberated and the Holy Temple was restored. And as the temple was rededicated, there was that miracle. A candle with enough oil to burn for one day lasted for 8. More than 2,000 years later, that flame of hope continues to burn. It will most assuredly burn here in the province of Saskatchewan. Even in the darkest moments, when hope seemed to disappear, maybe to some seemed to vanish forever, the flame could be seen still. In 1940, when a wall was erected in Warsaw and a ghetto was created, and entire people were imprisoned because of who they were, because they worshiped the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Even then, the menorah was lit, and a teacher named Chaim Kaplan was there, and he recorded in his diary what took place during Hanukkah in 1940 in that Warsaw ghetto. He wrote, quote, "Hanukkah parties were held in nearly every courtyard. How much joy, how much of a feeling of national kinship there was in these Hanukkah parties. After 16 months of Nazi occupation, we came to life again," end quote. In the years that followed, the flame of hope flickered all over Europe as a terrible war raged in the Holocaust. The Shoah was carried out. Kaplan bore witness to this tragedy and would eventually become its victim. But before he died, his diary was smuggled out of the Warsaw ghetto. And in that diary, there is an entry that reads, quote, "Even though we are now undergoing terrible tribulations and the sun has grown dark for us at noon, we have not lost our hope that the era of light will surely come. Our existence as a people will not be destroyed, and the Jewish community will live on." It is a message of defiance. And it is a message of hope that comes to us down through the decades. A message, by the way, not just for Jewish people, but for all of us. For the battle against injustice and intolerance and hatred is a battle we must still wage today. It is our common cause. It is our shared obligation. Because the battle was fought and won 2,000 years ago in Jerusalem, and 70 years ago in Europe, and it has been fought and won in countless other places over hundreds of years, but it must be waged still, for it has not been won everywhere. Today, though, we say with hope that in much of the world, freedom has overcome tyranny, and love is slowly conquering hatred. And the era of light foreseen by Cain Kaplan has come to pass. And so tonight, as we gather on this special occasion, let us say thanks. That we live in a time and a place where Hanukkah can be celebrated freely by those of the Jewish faith and by all of us together. And may we resolve to wage the battle still, even through the light. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the people of Saskatchewan, so very grateful for the contribution of our great Jewish community here, on behalf of the government of Saskatchewan, it is a great pleasure for me to wish you Happy Hanukkah. Thanks for coming.